In a world where the British royal family has long been regarded as the epitome of grace, tradition, and political stability, an unexpected scandal is now causing shockwaves throughout the monarchy. At the heart of this controversy lies an explosive and highly controversial recording, one that has the potential to shift the royal family's future in unimaginable ways. Queen Camilla, the woman who has long been the subject of both admiration and criticism, now finds herself at the center of a crisis that no one could have foreseen. This new development is more than just a scandal, it's a testament to the pressures, the complexities, and the very human emotions that lie hidden behind the public image of the royal family. Buckingham Palace, the symbolic heart of the British monarchy, has long stood as a fortress of tradition, privacy, and untouchable power. But within these ancient walls, a secret has now been exposed, a secret so powerful that it threatens to shake the very foundation of the monarchy. The recording, which was leaked to the press under mysterious circumstances, is of a private conversation between Queen Camilla and her most trusted aides. What was intended to be a candid discussion about the practicalities of royal duties, charity events, and future public engagements, instead reveals the raw emotions of a woman grappling with her position, her husband's deteriorating health, and the constant strain of royal life. While it is expected that royal conversations take place behind closed doors with the utmost care, the nature of this particular exchange marks a stark departure from that protocol. During the meeting, Queen Camilla is heard speaking openly and frankly about her husband, King Charles. His health, she reveals in uncharacteristically blunt terms, has begun to significantly deteriorate. This marks the first time that any royal member has openly discussed the king's health in such a personal and candid way, as for months, rumors have swirled around his well-being, with few official statements from the palace confirming or denying his condition. But now, it's all out in the open, brought to light in a moment of vulnerability by the Queen herself. As the conversation unfolds, Queen Camilla acknowledges the tremendous burden she feels, not only as the wife of the king, but also as a woman who has to carry the weight of an entire institution on her shoulders. For years, she has been praised for her poise, elegance, and steady role beside her husband, but in this private moment, she expresses an unprecedented level of frustration and concern. She speaks about the emotional toll of caring for a spouse who is visibly weakening, and the weight of the responsibilities she carries in supporting him while maintaining the delicate balance between personal sacrifice and royal duty. The recording reveals that even the most seemingly indestructible members of the monarchy are not immune to the exhaustion, doubt, and isolation that come with their roles. What makes this situation even more explosive is that the conversation, which was meant to be private, was secretly recorded. The recording device, an innocent smartphone left on the table during the meeting, captured every word. The staff member who left the phone behind, perhaps unintentionally, became the bearer of one of the most damaging leaks in royal history. At first, no one knew that the phone had recorded anything. It wasn't until after the meeting, when the staff member realized the phone had been left on, that the true nature of what had transpired became apparent. This is where the scandal truly begins. The staff member, who must have realized the gravity of what had been captured, faced a decision that would alter the course of history. Should they keep the recording to themselves and protect the Queen's privacy, or should they share it with the world, knowing that this leak could forever change the monarchy's image? The decision was made. The recording was sent to a journalist with deep ties to the royal beat, a reporter known for breaking high-profile royal stories. Within hours, the news of the leaked recording spread across the world. The contents of Queen Camilla's vulnerable conversation were now the center of global attention. The fallout from the leak was swift and overwhelming. The British press, always on the lookout for the slightest crack in the royal facade, seized upon the recording with immediate fervor. What had been an intimate conversation now dominated headlines. The revelations were jaw-dropping: Queen Camilla's emotional distress, her frustration with her public role, and the troubling health concerns surrounding King Charles were now open for the world to see. This was not the image of calm, collected royalty that the palace had worked so hard to cultivate. This was raw, human emotion, an image of vulnerability that has rarely been seen in the royal family. To make matters worse, the contents of the conversation suggested that Queen Camilla, rather than following the traditional royal path of unwavering silence and restraint, had allowed her emotions to take center stage. The monarchy, built on centuries of carefully curated public personas and diplomacy, now found itself exposed in an entirely new light. How would the public react to these revelations? Was the royal family prepared to address such a deeply personal issue, or would they attempt to sweep it under the rug? In the immediate aftermath of the leak, palace officials worked feverishly behind closed doors to determine the source of the recording. The investigation was launched quickly, but it was clear that the damage had already been done. The recording had already made its way into the press, and there was no turning back. The royal family, who had long enjoyed a pristine and untouchable reputation, was now caught in a whirlwind of negative publicity. While some of the public expressed sympathy for Queen Camilla, empathizing with her struggle to balance personal and royal duties, others were less forgiving. Critics pounced on the leak as evidence of deeper fissures within the royal family, speculating about tensions that had long been simmering beneath the surface. The most pressing question now is how the royal family will move forward in the wake of this scandal. Will the monarchy be able to recover from the public relations nightmare that has resulted from this leak? Or has this moment forever shifted the way the royal family is perceived by the public? The leak has exposed something deeper than just a royal scandal. It has revealed the inherent contradictions at the heart of the monarchy itself. The institution, founded on the premise of duty and sacrifice, is now forced to confront its own vulnerabilities. Queen Camilla's honesty, while humanizing, has also forced the royal family to reckon with the complexity of their roles in the 21st century. And there is more at stake than just personal reputation. The future of the monarchy could now be in question. If King Charles's health continues to decline, questions will inevitably arise about his ability to fulfill his duties as the monarch. Will Queen Camilla, in the face of these mounting pressures, be able to continue supporting her husband? Or will the monarchy, for the first time in recent history, be forced to confront the possibility of a dramatic shift in leadership? With the eyes of the world fixed firmly on the royal family, every decision made in the coming days will be scrutinized, leaving the future of the monarchy hanging in the balance. The leaked recording has also raised important questions about the nature of modern royal life. In a time when technology allows for everything to be captured and shared in an instant, the traditional notion of privacy within the royal family has been shattered. Can the monarchy continue to function in the same way when every conversation is a potential source of scandal? How much longer can the royal family maintain the carefully crafted image of perfection that has served them for so long? The public, it seems, is no longer content to simply admire the royal family from afar. They demand to see behind the curtain, and when they do, what will they find? As the days unfold, the royal family's response to this crisis will be critical. Queen Camilla has already expressed her regret over the leaked conversation, acknowledging that it was a private exchange that should never have been made public. But the damage has been done. The question now is whether the monarchy can recover from this unprecedented scandal. Will they continue to uphold the public image of perfect unity? Or will this moment reveal the cracks in the royal armor that have always existed, waiting to be exposed? In the end, this leak may serve as a turning point for the British monarchy, one that forces them to confront not only the personal struggles of its members, but also the shifting demands of modern society. The question remains, will the royal family be able to adapt to the new realities of an age where privacy is increasingly rare, or will they be swept away by the tide of public scrutiny? The next chapter in the royal family's history is unfolding before our eyes. What happens next will shape the monarchy for generations to come.